We are Yaki and Lucas, and together we traveled along the scenic south coast of Iceland. In just 5 days we drove from Keflavík to Stokksnes and back. On our journey we came across beautiful waterfalls, hiked on the edge of breathtaking canyons, and explored beaches with glaciers and the ocean. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and join us on our adventures around the globe. Our journey to Iceland started with a 10-hour delay of our connecting flight in Vienna. But we decided to make the most out of it, left the airport and explored the city. We checked out the Karls Church, the Vienna Opera, the hotel in Café Sacher, famous for Sacher cake, and walked through the gardens of Schloss Schönbrunn, where we also had a little nap on a bench. Our travel finally continued as we boarded the flight to Iceland. As we approached Iceland, we had a glimpse at the currently active volcano that was all on the media.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Keflavík.
The excitement peaked as we touched down.
It's midnight. We picked up the car and it's right outside. Let's get to the camp and get some sleep. It is 1 a.m. and we made it to the first campsite.
But sometimes things turned out differently than expected.
Oh, what a night. As you see, we slept in the car because the wind was hitting the tent so hard and it would have been so cold up there because we got like 2 degrees Celsius. So we decided to have it a safe one for the first night. Put the mattress in the car and slept inside of the car. Yeah. And that's how 14 euros breakfast looks like. I wasn't prepared at all for this weather. Way too cold. We came up with the plan that rooftop romantic on the dacha isn't a thing here in the cold of Iceland. So we swapped the dacha to a caddy where we can sleep inside the car and we got heating. So this is gonna be probably a level up for us. It was only 30 euros extra, so we're probably gonna get a better sleep tonight. So what would have been your choice? Stick to the rooftop tent or do the change to the caddy?
We were finally on our way down the coast, as the new car had a tire pressure warning. But after we drove back to the car rental and a quick chat, they assured us that it is nothing to worry about. As we finally made our way out of the city, Iceland started to unfold its beauty. The plan was to drive non-stop to Stokksnes, but as soon as we saw the Selja Landsfoss in the distance, we couldn't just pass it. We continued our journey along the R1 and let our eyes wander. We decided to make a last stop before reaching our camp at Stokksnes, the Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon. And sorry for my bad pronunciation, these names are super hard to pronounce, especially for me as a German.
One day in the car, and she got so much energy. Skipping one run, not an option for her. So we set up the bed for tonight. Looks quite cozy in there. And it's 11 o'clock and it's bright. We're gonna call it a night now. We have it nice and cozy here. In the new car, it was definitely the right choice to do it. Now with the heater and a bit more space. Feels comfy, feels cozy. Good night. I feel like a new human being after a warm night and a hot shower. Now we can get the day started. Let's go! But the wind is still heavy. It's so cold. But nothing to complain. We're in Iceland. And we feel kind of unprepared. When you see everyone else, they got all these outdoor clothes. You got a jeans.
After a very slow morning, we hopped in the car and drove just a couple of 100 meters to Stokksnes. We spent a while wandering along the coastline through the beautiful black sand dunes of Stokksnes and enjoyed the stunning panorama with the Fastravon mountain in the background. quite a bit, and with the sun's out, it's getting really warm. I start to sweat a little. Wait, I have a glove here. At the foot of the mountain was our next destination, the Viking village, a movie set known from the series Vikings. Watched the series, so I'm not really euphoric about it, but it's alright. It's quite cool fitting into the scenery.
Du schaffst. War mir das übel weit. Ich hab so Schiss. Okay, mach. Nee, ich hab nicht gesagt, mach.
Ich schaff mal. Fast 3 Stunden. In a moment with less heavy winds, it was time to put the drone up in the air to see how Stokksnes looks from above. One good thing about camping is you always get your snacks ready. We are currently stranded in a small town called Höfen because the R1 is closed due to heavy winds, and if you want to see what heavy winds mean in Iceland, that's how it looks like. As the R1 was finally opened again, we continued our drive. The next stop was an hour away, Diamond Beach. The sand is lava. we made it to our campsite for tonight. It's Swinafell. We're gonna cook now dinner, make some pasta, and then we're gonna call it a night.
What up? Good morning. It's a new day here in Iceland. It was a very, very windy night. But we had it nice and cozy in here. Once again, very, very happy with the decision to change the car. Alright.
We reached our first destination for today. It is probably the best hike here in Iceland, the Gullfoss. So let's see. So let's see if it's as good as the Google reviews are.
As close we got to the top of the mountain alongside the canyon, the wind started to pick up. It almost pushed us over, and things started to get dangerous. But this view at the top was definitely worth the risk.
I think it's now or never for a drone flight. That flight, crazy. So lucky that the wind just stopped and I could fly the drone. Very happy with it, very happy. Okay, now let's get back to the car because it's cold and it looks like it starts snowing.
Little coffee break. Absolute treat.
Next up, next canyon, we are here at Gullfoss. I have no idea how to say it. I'm sorry, but next up, next canyon. Let's get out in the cold. but it's very crowded, very touristy, because it's easy to get. But I feel the first one was a little bit more epic, felt more untouched, and you don't have to pay for parking. Let's move on.
We had one last destination for the day, the Black Sand Beach.
We made ourselves dinner in the community kitchen. Just some pasta with pesto, and now we're chilling in the car and planning the day tomorrow. Originally, the idea was to go to a volcanic crater, but because we now got the Caddy and not the Dacia Duster, what was a 4x4, we don't know if we can go there, or we know we can't go there because you need a 4x4 to go on the F-roads here in Iceland. So we know just going through the options and planning what we're gonna do tomorrow. And talking about plans for tomorrow, make sure to subscribe to the channel and see you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning, people. It was a cold night. Good morning, people. Good morning, people. We are back on the road. The original plan was to check out the Apple crater, but we can't go there because we changed cars and not have a 4x4 anymore. It is what it is. But instead, we're gonna go to Skógafoss waterfall. We're gonna check out the glacier, and we're gonna jump into hot springs. We are now here at Skógafoss, and without the wind, it's a pretty beautiful day. Sun's out, blue skies, but you probably can't hear me well. The son of a wind. We're walking now up the stream of the waterfall. Back at the car, a very windy adventure, but it was beautiful. Highly recommended.
hike behind the Skógafoss. Time for a little lunch break.
As we continued our drive, I had the chance to tick off another point from the Iceland bucket list, to pet an Iceland horse.
Das ist aber ein schönes Pferd.
This is how you know you've been to Iceland.
I didn't pet them in the end because I had a lot of respect for these majestic horses, but to see them close up was definitely worth the quick stop on the side of the road.
Two-hour car drive later, we made it to our next destination, Hot Springs. Alright, I just got changed. I hope that 38 degrees are warm enough. Turns out I'm alone here. Even Yaki stayed in the car. The water temperature is, it's alright, 38 degrees. It's nice and warm, but not like whirlpool hot. But view is really nice. Cold, warm, cold, warm. .9 kilometers. There's a waterfall. Another one. We're here at Gullfoss waterfall, and it's actually the biggest waterfall here in Iceland. And it's quite big.
So, what do you think? How many liters water are rising down there in 1 second?
Asking me.
Yes. What do you think?
Wait a minute.
We stopped one last time before driving to our camp. The Stokksnes glacier erupts every 10 to 15 minutes and can shoot boiling hot water up to 25 meters in the air.
Our last camp for this trip. Yes, it's our final night, but we fly home late tomorrow, so we got a full day on our hands for activities. There's a nice church in the background, but let's set up the bed for tonight. Chairs to the front, flip the back seats. Et voila, our bed. And then of course, turn on the heater. Look at our cute neighbors. It is 11 p.m. Yaki's already sleeping, and I'm gonna go to bed as well too. I'm gonna close the curtains now, and I'm gonna call it a night. The last night here in the Caddy, and
Alright, good. Good morning, beautiful people. The last night in the Caddy, it was a treat. I slept like a little baby. Time flies. Time flies, honestly. I'm gonna brush my teeth now and start the day.
we made it to the first stop of today. It's the Kerið crater, because we didn't have a crater the other day.
Doch, in der Toilette.
Bitte?
Die Schlücke.
The real Yaki behind the curtains. Getting hiccups from laughing. Alright, let's get our jackets on and get out there and see wind like every day. Look at that emerald water. Pretty nice. Well, this place got unbelievably crowded. Buses, cars everywhere. We are on our way to our next destination. It is the Silfra crack. It's quite an important one for the landscape of Iceland, because this is where the plates from America and Europe meet each other and causing all these volcano eruptions. You got the option to snorkel in the Silfra crack, but we gonna pass on that one. Swimming in 2 degrees Celsius cold water, not for me, not today. Again, it was alright. There's not much to see when you're not snorkeling, but there was a nice walking path in that area where you can also go see another waterfall. If it's on your beginning of your Iceland trip, you're gonna be cool, a waterfall, but compared to Skógafoss, it's like another one. So if you skip it, you not miss out much. If you go snorkeling, maybe it's a different story. We're now heading to Reykjavik and explore the city. And we are in Reykjavik. Found one. Now we're here at the Rainbow Street, and there are a lot of people taking photos because this is what people do since Instagram. We walked up to the Hallgrímskirkja. I hope I said it right. I'm so sorry. Her hobby since we've been to Central Park. The swing. That's Reykjavik, and that's also the end of this series. We're gonna bring back the car, go to the airport, drive home. I hope you enjoyed the series. I hope you enjoyed watching them. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you very soon in a new video. Love you guys.